All right, y'all, we are live on this scary Tuesday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Bitcoin is dumping fast. It's an emergency. We need to sell everything right now. Okay, sheesh, man, this is insane. I longed 75K, all right? I longed higher than we even got to, and now I'm negative in the red. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, God bless everybody. Guys, we are going to get into this Bitcoin price action here. First of all, a major shout out to our sponsors. Major shout out to Market Cipher. All right, the #1 trading indicator that you can have on TradingView. Shout out to BingX. All right, BingX, one of my exchanges. If you sign up with the link, you can get up to $6,000 to trade on. Currently in a juicy short trade from the exact top right here, as well as my other exchanges, ZOOMEX. So huge shout out to ZOOMEX. All right, still in a long trade, guys, on ZOOMEX for much lower from the setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord from literally the exact bottom. Also, huge shout out to MEXC. All right, MEXC, the best deal on fees that you could possibly get out there. 0% limit order fees, 0.01 or 0.02% market order fees, depending on how much MX token you hold, which is their token. And yeah, guys, we're also still in another long over here on good old MEXC from the setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. So we are short, we are long. All right, we're going to be getting into this scary Bitcoin price action right now, okay? Because as you can see, the Bitcoin price is taking a bit of a tumble down. And where are we going to bounce? Here's the thing. We are in a bull market. We are in a bull trend. Things are bullish. I'm bullish. I'm feeling bullish. All right. But we are getting a dump. We are getting a bit of a cool off. I do have to shout out everybody right now in the chat, okay? First of all, a huge shout out to Radar Apologetics. What's going on, Radar? God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Huge shout out to Aaron Dulay. He says, morning, Jason. Blessings in the name of Jesus. Blessings to you in the name of Jesus. Shout out to Steve. He says, WW3. All right. Shout out to S.A. Shovo King. He says, love you, brother. I love you too, S.A. Shovo King. And shout out to Alsay Talokatin. He says, there will be no bounce until I sell, guys. Ha! LOL. Well, hopefully that's not true, man. All right. Hopefully that is not true. Shout out to Verified Trader. Shout out to middle of the month is when we're expecting the bounce. Shout out to Bobcat Man. He says, Rabbit Man. Shout out to Relaxation Station. Says it's bouncing now. It's bouncing now. Shout out to Gareth Salloway. Here's the thing, guys. It's very possible that we have just printed the head and the man bun of a bearish Gareth Salloway pattern that will take us down all the way down to 12K. All right. Potentially, we got ourselves the head right here, and we've got the man bun right over here, giving us that big drop to the downside. Okay. Is that going to happen? We're going to be getting into it today. All right, we are going to be getting into that today, y'all. Huge shout out to Daniel. He says, am I short? Yes, Daniel, I'm short. All right, I am short. I got the short trade open right here. All right, I am short. Shout out to MX Rocky. He says, let's get that bread. Shout out to Payne. He says, boom, boom. Shout out to Darla. Says, hello from Budapest, Hungary, Jay. God bless you. Let's go. Shout out to Charles. What are my price targets to enter to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum? We're going to get into all that. We're going to be talking about my local targets. We're going to be talking about my macro targets. All right. Right now, Bitcoin is getting just a tad bit of a bounce here. We're going to be getting into the nitty gritty of this, guys. All right. We are going to be getting into the nitty gritty of all this stuff. All right. So make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications, because we are, in fact, going to be giving away 1,000 USDT if we can get 1,000 likes. Okay. 1,000 USDT if we can get 1,000 likes. All right. This is absolutely crazy, guys. The Bitcoin price action right now. Absolutely insane. All right. Shout out to Crypto Hub. He says shorters will get wrecked. 12-minute money flow crossing soon. Shout out to Darla. Says smash the like. All right, we're completing the handle on the weekly cup and handle. Man, that would be juicy. Can you imagine that? That would be pretty dang juicy. All right, so would you imagine that if this was the handle on a weekly cup and handle? You know, I would actually agree with you on that, man. I would totally agree. I just wouldn't be surprised if the handle comes down a little bit lower, but we're gonna be discussing. All right, we're gonna be talking about this. All right, we're gonna be talking about this. All right, so let's get into the juicy price action. Now, first of all, we need to understand the weekly chart. All right, the basis of this entire market structure. Shout out to S Broken XXX, spam in the chat. All right, 52K is an easy target. We were dumping lower than 60K this week. All right, shout out to Jake. Thank God I sold everything yesterday. Jake, I don't know if that was the best idea, bro, but we're gonna get into it. All right. Over here, weekly chart, Bitcoin dumping. We have a confirmed red dot on the weekly time frame right here. What do we know about weekly dots on the red time frame? They mean sideways and down, this entire uptrend. All right, now keep in mind, we're in a macro uptrend. All right, there's nothing bearish about this trend, but every single Fibonacci, every single market cipher red dot that we have gotten here along the way up gives us sideways and down, right? Every single one sideways and down of about a 20% correction. And it's not a big drop. Everyone gets really, really bearish. Everyone gets really, really scared. But usually it's not that intense, right? Well, here we are. We've confirmed the red dot. And then yesterday, what did we do? We confirmed the red dot on the daily market cipher B after ranging for quite some time right around this zone here. All right. Now, this is very, very important zone because when you top out, all right, and then you make a lower low, which we kind of did right here. If you consider this our last higher low based on the candle closes, then you want to watch, because what the price did is it came up into the area in between the Fibonacci golden pocket zone and the 786 zone. All right, this is why we have had this marked on our chart for a very long time. All right, if you take a look here at the long trade that we are in from the Casper True VIP Discord setup, 2 weeks ago, this white box is the box of decision. We said, look, if we can reclaim this box, we're going to see a new high. If not, then that opens up the possibility that we have made a high, a low, a lower high, and now we're potentially looking now to make a lower low, right? That's what this means, that we've rejected from this white box here, because what do we know about the Fibonacci 618? Well, the 618, she indeed is my high school crush. 618, I had a huge, massive crush on this chick. And I thought she was into me. She used to like laugh at my jokes, and she would let me carry her books to class and stuff. And I had these big imaginations that we were going to get matching Ben coin tattoos and live happily ever after off our crypto gains. But no, when I asked her on a date, she told me, Jason, I like you, but I don't like you like that. And she rejected me. She said, I like you as a friend only. And it hurt, guys. It really did hurt. We got a bit of a rejection here. And here's the thing. The 618, she also had an older sister named 786. All right, these are our two sisters here, the two fib levels. We have the 618 right down here. We have the 786 right here. Now, there is an off chance that the 618 does say yes when we ask her on a date, and then we get bored and complacent with our girlfriend, so we want to ask out her older sister, the 786. Now, the 786 will never say yes if we ask her out, because she's not even into dudes like that. All right, she's a little hairy on the chin herself. And so we come up to this level, and we have confirmed now the red dot in the daily, and we have broken down from the range. And so here's where we find ourselves, guys. Here is where we find ourselves. We have to recognize two things. Number one, we expect consolidation sideways and down. Number two, we have to recognize that we are, in fact, trading now in somewhat of a triangle pattern, right? Somewhat of a triangle pattern. Now, this could take a very long time to play out, this triangle type pattern, but here's something to keep in mind. What is the target of our triangle pattern? Well, if we take from the high to the low and we extrapolate down to these lows, our target is right around the low 50s, the high 40s, depending on how you draw the triangle, which is very important because this is our target that we have been looking at now for a very long time, right? This target of around $50-ish thousand, very, very important level, because if we take this and we drag it back throughout history, we can see that this level is an important level. It was resistance in the last bull market. It was support in the last bull market. And it's pretty much the only level that we have. I mean, when we look at these daily candles, guys, we can see how easily we could come down here and fill this if we start to drop, right? Now, are we definitely going to break down from the triangle? No. Here's some things that we need to keep in mind right now as we speak, all right? Before we worry about breakdowns of triangles, we need to also understand that we are also simply trading in a sideways range, right? A lot of times these triangles exist just to fake out traders. So if we do start to break down from this triangle, we also need to be aware of just a fake out and then a move back to the upside, right? These are different scenarios that we need to be aware of. Right now, in the immediate short term, what are we looking at? Well, if we take a look at the Bitcoin futures chart, everyone and their grandmother and their grandfather and their great uncle was talking about this CME gap that we have from the price of 63975 to 65710. All right, 63975 to 63975 to 65710. All right, why is this so important? Well, right now, this gap is a very important area of support for Bitcoin within this triangle, because so far we have tapped into the top of this CME gap and we are getting a little bit of a bounce. And if we come down lower to fill the CME gap, that is also a place where we could expect to get a little bit of a bounce. And if we go ahead and we take our trend line, roughly, it's going to line up pretty dang nice with the bottom support of this triangle that we see here, right? So right now we're coming down to a very important zone of support. Now, if we go ahead and we take our fibs from low to high right here, do you notice something? All right. We are also very close to our two sisters. Now, here's the thing about our two sisters, okay? Our two sisters, because we're in the friend zone, because they're going to reject us and give us the hand and give us the face, because we're not going to get matching Ben coin tattoos and live happily ever after, because they're not even into dudes in the first place and they're definitely not going to go out with you, which totally breaks your heart and takes you down this crazy road of questioning everything until you go to college and major in trans, non-carbon, binary, gender, emission studies, and you end up with pink hair and you learn so much about intersectionality and you're in $3,000 worth of debt, and that sends you down a road to learning how to trade because you can't get a job with your degree and you can't pay off your debt, but you know a lot about intersectionality. And intersectionality is when you have multiple things that coincide in one point, right? We've got the golden pocket, we've got the 786, we've got the bottom of the trend line. This is called confluence, aka intersectionality. When you see these things together on a chart, it means pay attention to that level, because there's a really good chance we could see some kind of a bounce or a reaction from that. Now, these two sisters, they're not going to go out with you, but they will be there to offer you support, right? They broke your heart, but they need you because they copy off your work in school and you carry their books to class, and without you, they can't graduate high school. So we do need to be aware of this very important area right here to potentially get a bounce. Now, the way gaps work is we can find support at the top of the gap. All right, we can find support at the top of the gap, like right here, which we are currently doing. And if we come back down inside the gap, then we can find support at the bottom of the gap. Those are the two places to look. And so it does make sense to me that maybe we do something like this, right? Now, if we do bounce from the bottom of the triangle, we need to be aware that we are still in a triangle and this thing could break. And again, if it does break to the downside, our target is going to be around 52K, which again, if we just kind of take this pattern right here, right, we got ourselves a nice head. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I just got a message from somebody important. Hang on, bear with me, all right? All right. All right, yeah, so, okay, as I was saying, we potentially have a head and a man bun on this bearish Gareth Soloway man bun pattern. We can see it very clearly. It lines up very perfectly right here, and that could potentially take us down to around that $52,000 zone. All right, that's the target of our triangle. Now, if we come down to there, we do need to be aware of some potentially very bullish scenarios, because People like to get bearish when price moves a little bit, right? People get very bullish. No one cares about Bitcoin during the consolidations. And then bam, everyone cares about Bitcoin. They buy here, and then they buy the dip and they buy here, right? Then they might sell down here. But here's what we need to really keep in mind, okay? When we look, sorry, this is the wrong, hang on. Let me close this out actually. What we need to keep in mind here is when we look at the daily chart, right? Daily market cipher, bizzle is the following. We have a very nice trend line that we could follow. Literally, I mean, we could take this thing back to this last major low that we made in October and connect the low to the low we made in January and connect this trend line here, and we can see that the bearish Gareth-Soloway man bun pattern gives us more intersectionality right here with our $52,000 target of the triangle. And on the weekly time frame, that 52K is also a weekly order block right there. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, and I might be mistaken, so let me just pull a range here. I could be mistaken. All right, okay. Yeah, it's not the nicest confluence in the world. Let's take a look at this rise here. Okay, it's not the nicest confluence in the world. But we do, you know, we got a little bit of a high volume node in that area. All right, we got a little bit in that area, okay? All right, so that is kind of the deal with Bitcoin. Now, as we speak, you can see we have not yet hit into our golden pocket yet, okay? We have front ran it, and the reason why we're getting a bounce right now, in my opinion, is because we have actually bounced from the CME Futures Gap here, right? We actually have gotten a bounce from that level, and this is why the Bitcoin price is bouncing from right here, okay? So if this holds, we could see a move to the upside today, all right? We could see a move to the upside today. Where potentially could we see a move to the upside today? Well, if we put on our VWAPs right now and we take a look at the volume of this old range, right? And we pull some fibs from high to low, I'd say we could potentially see a move all the way back up to around $69,000 if we continue to get this like strength here, right? We could see probably come up to VWAP, reject a little bit, put in a higher low, and then get a move up to around the $69,000 area where we need to be looking for resistance, and then we could come back down to the bottom of our triangle. Again, when you're printing red dots and things look bearish in a bullish market, these things do take some time to play out, right? So this is one possibility. Possibility number two is we just lose this level again and we come back down lower. All right, when we take a look also at all the volume that has traded here throughout the entirety of what is now appearing to be a triangle, we can see something else that is very significant and also bearish in the short term. The Bitcoin price is trading below the high volume node of this range, which means, guys, more downside is probable, which means it's more probable than not actually right now that we do eventually make our way back down to this zone right here at the bottom of the triangular pattern. All right, the bottom of the triangular pattern. Guys, make sure to smash the likes because we have almost 2,000 people in here. And we only have a couple hundred likes. And if we can get 1,000 likes in the next 5 minutes, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right, USDT. Now, a huge shout out to the Casper crew because we have been crushing these charts. All right, we've been crushing these charts in the Discord. All right, we are given step by step in here, myself and others, right? Taking trades in here. In fact, this morning I took a little trade. All right, video updates, giving people my setups, telling people what I'm looking at, telling people when I'm going in, taking profits, making little wins. Yesterday, guys, also we were given the setups. I flop and broke a little bit yesterday. All right, took a loss, made it back plus some with a win overall for yesterday. Up on the account for the day. All right, we are given our trade setups. Myself, Boyan as well, given the juicy trade setups in here. This dude also trading stocks, Forex futures. K-Pac's also an insane, crazy trader in here. All right, showing you their trades, showing you when they're going in, showing you when they're getting out, giving you their plans, doing multiple live streams a day. Plus, we have the most thriving community in the world in here. Most Discords you go in and no one's talking. Our Discord, you go in and people are talking like crazy in here. And we have an entire beginner's course where you can learn how to trade. And we have something right now called the Journey, right? Not only do we have a beginner's course where you can learn the basics of trading with videos and quizzes and everything, so you can learn this stuff, but right now we have something called the Journey, which will basically teach you discipline, patience, and how to slowly grow an account over time. It's a live thing that happens multiple times a week, and you can rewatch all the videos and stuff, but right now it's currently going on. The Journey, Spartan Wrestler and Thor are heading this thing up. It's honestly amazing, especially if you're newer to trading, walking you through this kind of stuff, guys, how to slowly compound an account over time, build the tools and the discipline and the mindset you need to actually start doing this, and doing this with longevity, right? So a major shout out to the Casper crew. Go to jasoncaspertrading.com to join the community if you're interested, right? Okay, so Bitcoin right now, in about 1 hour, New York is going to open. It is currently 8:30 in the morning, 1 hour before New York has opened. We usually do get a little bit of volatility pre-market, and right now, the Bitcoin price is, as we know, hovering above very important support. We are holding some slight support because of this bounce from the CME Futures Gap that we got, and we also understand that if we lose the CME Futures level, there's a really good chance we drop straight down to $64,000. And we also know $64,000 is giving us beautiful confluence with our two sisters, 6 Juanita and 786ia, the two fib levels that definitely won't go out on a date with us, but they will be our friend because we're in the friend zone, and they will be there to offer support when we're feeling down about ourselves. Okay. Now, something else I want to bring up here is the 4-hour market Cipher B, because guys, here's the thing, I was wrong. All right, and I will admit it, but I was wrong. I was convinced we were going to hit a new high last week. I was convinced of it. All right, and you guys saw me open long trades, and you guys saw me hold those long trades, thinking we were going to go higher, right? And you guys actually see me still holding the long trades. All right, because look, you know, we've longed the bottom. So if my triangle theory does play out here, guys, we are in these trades still. We can add to these trades still, right? If the long theory does play out, the setups that we gave in the Casper crew, baby. But look, that's why I'm still in these trades. But yeah, I was wrong about that right now. So we do need to potentially now. I am nowhere near as bullish this week as I was last week. Okay, but we do need to be aware that as long as we are trading in this triangle, making a higher low, there is still a chance that we break out. Now, the 4-hour time frame, this is really what I want to look at here, because as we were getting this kind of bottom on the 4-hour time frame, you know, back last week, I was saying this looks really good for a move to the upside. In fact, right around here, this is when I was saying I definitely expect a new high to be put in. When we hit this, right? When we hit this green dot here, I was saying I really expect a new high. And then when we hit this dot also, man, I was like, new high, right? Well, now the money flow is back. It came back into the purple, up into the blue a little bit. What we need to be looking for now on market Cipher B, guys, if we are going to drop lower here, is the following. If we start to see this thing print very deep waves and then a trigger wave, as we're watching the money flow here slightly get higher like this, dip into the purple, not as low as last time, but still into the purple, and then start to get higher as the price is getting lower. Like if the price is getting lower like this, right? And the momentum and the money flow is getting higher, this is called the uneven butt cheek pattern. Very, very bullish, especially on the 4-hour time frame, right? We go ahead, we superimpose our butt cheeks onto the chart just to get kind of a view of what's happening here. This is really something that, in my opinion, marks a very significant bottom. All right, a very significant bottom, no pun intended. But we need to be watching for that, and we need to be watching at our key areas of support. So first area to be looking at, obviously, is going to be this box right here. All right, this is the first area to be looking at, is going to be this box. Area number 2 is going to be, like we said, because this triangle could simply give us a fake out, just coming down to take the lows of this sideways range. The second place we need to be looking for is going to be down here just under 60K. These are going to be the two major areas. If I was a trader, right? Not just a stupid YouTuber, but an actual trader, all right? Not just somebody who just shills market Cipher. I would be looking at those two levels to take trades. I'd be very, very interested for long trades. And of course, if we don't do that, then we're looking for a major swing trade in the high 40s, low 50s. All right, so those are the three major targets I have to the downside for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going to come lower, box number 1, 64K. Major level number 2, just under 60K. Major level number 3, high 40s, low 50s. High 40s, low 50s, I will be looking for a low leveraged long trade from this zone. All right, low leverage long trade from this zone. So, all right, let's see who we got in the chat right now. Huge shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, let's get back to our scary, our big fat scary. All right, Bitcoin short trade right here, because it does freak me out. You know, there's nothing scarier than Bitcoin dumping in the morning, all right? When you wake up in the morning and Bitcoin's dumping. Shout out to Tales from the Crypto. Dang, look at that booty, y'all. I would, for real, I would. AKA, you would take a long trade? Shout out to Crypto King, 50K, Biddy, hurry up, man. Shout out to Hans Lander, the bottom was juicy like an orange tree. Shout out to Subhan Arshad, the Two Sisters area is too large. How to get a trade from it, stop loss is too big. Well, we have multiple opportunities, my friend. We can be looking at very low time frames to get ninja entries, or we could be using lower position sizes with looser stops. Those are your two options. Robert Jones says cheeks and pig titties. Shout out to Ozmeds. He says yes, baby. Shout out to Manvic 3K. When is the halving? It's on 420, I'm pretty sure. Shout out to Brian Overholzer in the chat. Shout out to Einsteinium YouTube. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Sniper. Just signed out for VIP. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Dano Crypto. He thinks it's hitting 62,515. Shout out to Brad Roth. He says rise with the sun. Shout out to Assad Ali. He says hit the like button, baby. Did I close my alts? No. Huge shout out to Sam Crypto Lifer. He says, can you stop the dump for me? Well, Sam, I'm trying, bro. I am trying, man. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. Guys, make sure to go subscribe to Crypto Lifer. If you're not subscribed, well, you're missing out, all right? You're missing out, all right? I thoroughly enjoy watching his content, all right? Because I don't know what I'm talking about, so I need to watch other YouTubers to figure out what to say on these streams. And Crypto Lifer is definitely one of my go-tos. So make sure to go check him out. Let me see if I can't pull up his channel here real quick, all right? Let's see. Okay, he has 60,000 subscribers, all right? Let's pump him up to 100K today, all right? Go ahead, pump him up to 100K. He's in here putting in the work every single day, even on the go, crypto on the go. Look, man, out in the woods, giving you technical analysis updates. Now that is dedication, all right? Doing every time I go on YouTube, this dude's live. I'm pretty sure he does like 7 live streams a day. He doesn't sleep. He hasn't slept in over a year because he live streams 24/7. Keeping you guys updated on the charts, doing more analysis on more coins than any other YouTuber I've ever seen. All right, so make sure to go subscribe.
Trading Bitcoin, we need some speed. I want
whoa.
Cipher to look like Sam Bankman-Fried.
How did this song get? How did this song even get on?
All I want to see is another blue candle, so I'm chilling here all day and all night.
Shout out to everyone giving life or love in the chat.
Got the bears and the bulls trying to make a pull. Chilling on the boat in the front in the
Let's get some other music on. All right, here we go, baby. Bitcoin's starting to take another little tumble. Now, here's what we do need to be aware of in the moment, guys. All right, if this is gonna hold, right? Remember, what are we bouncing from? We're bouncing from the CME Futures Gap. Okay. Shout out to Cephas who says Yeshua is Lord. Amen. Yeshua is Lord. Shout out to Radar Apologetics in the chat. Okay, so look, what do we need to be aware of? Like right now, this, guys. All right, hang on. What is going on with this? I'm flopping and groping, guys. I'm flopping and groping with my charts. All right, let's go to the 12-minute time frame. All right. Right now, we need to be aware, potentially, if we're going to hold this level, of coming back down to retest this Fibonacci Golden Pocket 786 zone. Right? If this bounce from the gap, the first tap of the gap is going to hold, this also needs to hold. Right? this must hold. This must hold. If we're going to see higher prices today, this must hold, right? We need to form the rounded bottom. We need to make a higher low right now. If not, then we look for the gap to fill, right? And when the gap fills, it's gonna be coming down to around 64,000. All right, and let's take a look here at what's happening in real time. All right, Bitcoin's dumping. Let me sniff your sandals. Okay, man, 64,000. Can you imagine that? That crazy dump? That would be insane. Let's take a quick look here at an order flow chart. All right, let's see what people are doing here in real time. So, you know, at first, what happened here was we saw a lot of people shorting these lows, man. We saw a lot of people shorting these lows here. And people shorted, they shorted right into that gap. Look at this, right into the gap, man. You got millions of shorts opening up right into support. And then even on the rise, you see people shorting. And then we basically got a nice little retest right here. We got a nice little retest, right? We made one low at about 65,400. Then we retested 65,400 with lots of shorts under there, and we got a nice little bounce up to around 65,820, which is the value area low of a local range. And now we're starting to get a little bit of a retracement here, which is why we need to be very watchful of this golden pocket 786 zone, because right now we can see potentially after forming some nice kind of bullish money flow here, we're going to see a trigger continuation wave, right? And that could give us another little bounce up to around the VWAP, around that $67,000 zone, if you know what I'm saying. All right, shout out to Simon K, shout out to Creekside Patriot, just subscribe to Crypto Lifer. Shout out to Venom Myotis, says likes are going to moon, all in on likes. Shout out to Papa Casper. He says, yesterday I had to leave early. Could we check out Raven? Yeah, I think we could check out Raven today. Let's watch and see how this Bitcoin price action plays. Shout out to Landon Maximus. Jason's dad is Satoshi. He got the fire TA. Man, my dad had to sell his teeth because he got liquidated long in the breakout. But now he's sticking to his levels, all right? He's doing what he has to do. All right? He's doing what he has to do. Phil Wilson feels like there's something worse happening than just a correction. No, man, it's just a correction. It's just a correction. I'm sure there's news out there. All right, there's going to be news. Every time the market dumps down, some news will come out and people will say, see, this is why. But it's just because we got tops on the weekly and the daily, man. That really is just what it is. It's just normal part of a market. All right, zoom out. When in doubt, guys, when in doubt, zoom out. All right, when in doubt, zoom out. And see that we're simply just trading sideways in a sideways range, low at 60K, high at 73K, no need for concern. We're forming a triangle. Fake out of the triangle could give us nice support at 60K. Target of the triangle, nice support at the low 50s, high 40s, in line with this trend line that we've been trading consistently since, you know, I guess back in October, right? And October marks a significant time when we really broke out of that 30K region, right? So yeah. All right, let's look at this order flow, see what's happening here. Because really what we would want to see, guys, is we would want to see more shorts piling on here. We want to see people shorting into the golden pocket support. All right, that's what we want to see. We want to see shorts into support. Shorts into this green box. We want to see people get bearish here and short the green box. All right, that's what we do want to see. Let's check out our 1 minute. It's not looking the best, guys. But look. We lose this level. We look for a move down to around 64,000 smackaronis. And we're going to watch it together, guys. Bitcoin, we're here together, okay? It's all good. We're here together. We don't have to worry. We don't have to fear. Your good friend Jason Casper is near and dear. All right. Memory Man says we'll be all right. Why is Bitcoin going to bounce? Because we're in a bull market, man. That's why. That's why we're in a bull market. Shout out to Sizzlack. He loves trend lines. He just snorts lines of trend all day. Sniffing trend is the best way to ingest, so they say. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know anything about trending, you know. All right, we're going to watch this dump together, guys. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, let's check it out. Let's check out, first of all, huge shout out to all our super chats. Shout out to Sam, Crypto Lifer. Shout out to Truta Gunnit for the $1.99 super chat. Huge shout out to Market Riders for the $2 super chat. God bless you. Huge shout out to Landon. Shout out Jason's dad. Huge shout out to El Aksar. He says, shout out to JC, Jesus our Lord is Palestinian. Bro, come on, man. Come on. People are so funny with that stuff, man. He lived in a place called Judea, and his entire lineage was from Judah. So, no, he was not Palestinian descent, okay? But people like to go to the extreme on everything, you know? People don't like to see things balanced for what they are. People like to go to the extremes on everything. But thank you so much for the super chat. All right? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Brush up on your history a little bit, my friend. All right, we are coming down right now to the golden pocket, the 786. This is the area that we want to see hold. This is the area that we want to see hold here. Let's see. Let's check out the order flow. Let's check it out. All right. We're coming into it. We're coming into it. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We should consider that maybe the price will drop tomorrow as well. Yeah, I mean, look, usually Wednesday is when we get those market bottoms or tops, all right? All right. Let's watch how this plays out. Let's watch how this plays out. All right, so we are at this key level here, guys, and I will tell you, we are seeing some shorts. About 3 million here, about 2 million here. So let's see if we hold. If we don't, man, it's not looking so great. All right, it's not looking so great. It's really not looking so great, especially on the CME Futures chart. All right, we got to hold the box. Hold the box, and Bitcoin can fly. Lose the box, and Bitcoin will die. All right. Bounce from the box, and Bitcoin will fly. Lose the box, and Bitcoin will die. All right. Very, very key. Looks like are we losing the box? All right, we're bouncing from the 786. The two sisters, they're the ones that are supposed to be giving us support here. Come on, two sisters, you broke our heart. Now, we need you to hold as support. All right, we need it. Let's check out what's happening here. We do have people shorting that box, all right? So if we bounce from the box, Bitcoin will fly. If we lose the box, Bitcoin will die. Bounce from the box, Bitcoin will fly. Lose the box, Bitcoin will die. All right? Bounce from the box, Bitcoin will fly. Lose the box, Bitcoin will die. And Memory Man will cry. What's in the box? All the secret things we need for a bounce. All right? All the secret things we need for a bounce. According to the indicator I use, there should be a bounce now. Well, we have to use it in context across multiple time frames. Not looking so great, guys. Not looking so great. All right? It looks like we're losing that box. Man, is Bitcoin really gonna die? New York is gonna open soon. All right, Bitcoin's taking a bit of a tumble here, guys. All right, Bitcoin is taking a tad bit of a tumble right now. Let's see. You know, honestly, it does look pretty nice for a bounce from here. But I want to see a bounce. It looks like we're not, so far, no bounce. So far, no bounce, all right? Don't forget about the eclipse. Interesting, interesting. All right, let's see. Are we going to get a bounce from here, guys? Are we going to reclaim that box? Are we going to reclaim the box? Reclaim the box? Let's check out our 12-minute. Man, we lose this box, Bitcoin will die, guys. And when I say die, I mean we're probably going to come back down, and we're probably going to head a bit lower to the to fill the CME gap, because right now we're inside the gap. All right, we're inside the gap. All right, closing some candles inside this gap probably means lower prices. All right, so Bitcoin right now, short trade is up 17,000. I should have added to it. I feel like I should have added to it, but I didn't add to it from the box. I was just too bullish. I was too bullish to add to it. All right. Too bullish. What the heck? Alrighty. Shout out to our man Elaxer. He says, "That's your opinion, Judah is." Bro, we're not gonna talk about this, but like historically speaking, you could call it whatever you want nowadays. But historically speaking, that's not true, right? All right. Like we got nowadays. You could say anyone could make a claim right now to in these days. All right. Whatever you want to call that place now, you can call it what you want now. In the time that Jesus walked the earth, the place that you call it now wasn't here yet. It wasn't here until after, like 130 AD. It wasn't called that until after 130 AD. Right? But before that, it was called Canaan. So it has to be in its historical context. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying Jason Casper's a Native American. That's literally like saying Jason Casper's a Native American because I live in this country right now. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm sympathetic toward all sides in this, but it never helps when people don't get their history accurate, right? It's very important for a number of reasons why we make sure that we keep facts straight no matter what. All right. Thank you for the super chat. All right, thank you for the super chat. That's right, religion and politics is not good for a stream. But you know what? It's my channel, and people are super chatting me, so I gotta call them out, right? I gotta thank them for the super chat. All right, I gotta thank them for the super chat. Alrighty. Well, Bitcoin is flirting with this level here, all right? Did we just bounce? I don't know. I'd be like, you're right. A memory man's right. He says it's like, yeah, memory man's correct. I made a mistake in what I said. Memory man is correct. It's like saying somebody was born in the United States before the United States existed. It's like saying Pocahontas was a United States citizen. when she was around before the United States was officially a thing. You know what I'm saying? So. All right, so Bitcoin might be bouncing here, guys, but I'll be honest with you. I am not long in it. Not now. I'd rather wait for lower right now, to be honest with you. I would rather wait for lower. Even though it looks like we're getting a little bit of a bounce here, you know, the fact that I'm waiting for lower probably means the bounce is over, right? All right. So I have taken a few long scalps today. So this is probably the bounce, right? This is probably the bounce. This probably is the bounce, because I've taken a few long scalps that have both gotten stopped out. All right. But yeah, today, in the Casper crew, shout out to Boyan, by the way. Make sure to check out Boyan if you're in the Casper crew. Today, I longed a scalp, hit a TP1, got stopped out in a profit, and then I also longed the retest of this naked point of control. And look at this. We got a really nice bounce from that retest. Obviously, now that one has been stopped out for a TP1 in profit. So now I'm in I'm still in the long trades that I was in, and that's about it. All right, so far for the day, guys, in the green, just taking some juicy long trades. All right, let's get back here. Guys, make sure to smash the likes, all right? Make sure to smash the likes. Let's see if we have any other super chatters in here while we're waiting for Bitcoin to make a decision. New York's gonna open in half an hour. I would prefer to wait until New York opens before I make a decision about if I get into a new long trade right now, okay? Because you got to remember, I'm still in long trades from lower, so I can always compound them if need be, if I front run some of my entries here. Let's see who we got, all right? All right. Would you look at ETH and give some guidance? Do an interview with Rafael Laverde? Bro, I mean, I feel like I'm not even close to being on that level to have Rafael Laverde on my channel. If I could, I would, right? But they're like in a whole nother league. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know how to get in touch with them. You know? But that would be absolutely amazing. That would be like insane if Rafael Laverde came on my channel. Can you imagine that? Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. All right. All right, let's take a look at ETH. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay, ETH also coming to the bottom of the range, to the bottom of the range. Make sure to smash up the likes. We got about 2,000 people in here. New York's gonna open in half an hour. All right, Tino says it will reverse. It probably will reverse at some point, all right? It probably will reverse at some point. That's what we're waiting for. So ETH, guys, man, oh man. Weekly time frame on ETH. You know, we came up to the Fibonacci 786. That's where we topped out at. Okay. We came up to the 786. And, yeah, so here's the deal with ETH, man. It's pretty much the same as Bitcoin. We could either, we could either come down to the low of the range. This is the first area to look for support, around $3,000. Right? It's the first area to look for support on Bitcoin. Right, around $3,000, because that is that's going to be the bottom of our current little range that we're in right now. Okay, if we lose that, then we could see a bit more of a correction, and I would assume, just like for Bitcoin, that we come down to this last area of support. that we have right here on the weekly time frame, which is going to be this area consolidation that we had before the big move to the upside. So it's very much similar to Bitcoin. This is a very important support resistance flip, right? This is a very important support resistance flip. And so right now we're looking at this as a sideways range, right? We come down to the low of the range. Okay. We look for a bounce. That's the first place. If we lose it, we understand smooth move up equals smooth move down, right? Smooth move up equals smooth move down. And we could come back down to around, I mean, that $2,300, that nice retest right here, right? This last major support resistance flip that we have here. Because remember, also, if we take a look at this, which is all the volume we trade in the last bull market range, that's also going to be our high volume node, right? So look at this. We come down and then we make a new high, right? It would be a very, very technical move. And if I'm not mistaken, am I mistaken? No, look, it's right at our golden pocket retest as well. So that would be my view for Bitcoin. For ETH, if we don't hold 3,000, we come down to retest around 2,500. Fibonacci golden pocket, high volume node of the range, 786, last major consolidation. All right, Bitcoin breaking down, man, coming down to the 6-1 ETA. Bitcoin breaking, coming to the 6-1 ETA. We have a little bit longer before New York opens here. All right, let's check out once again our CME Futures chart. Okay, we're going to go to the daily. We're going to zoom in here. And we are coming inside of this, guys. So, again, the probabilities say we fill the gap. We come down to the bottom of this box. All right. The probabilities say right now that we come down to this lower line for Bitcoin. All right. So this Bitcoin short has a little extra juice in it. All right. Let's take a look here. What do you do with your altcoins on MEXC when they KYC? I'm still trying to figure that out, JT. You know, I haven't really thought about it yet. I'm trying to get a way to not have KYC. All right. Long story short, I'm trying to not KYC. I'm trying to figure out a way to get around this, all right? But yeah. Yep, a lot of us did expect a correction around 50K. You're right, Phil Wilson. I myself also expected a correction from 50K. I shorted the golden pocket, and it was a good trade, but because I had such a bearish bias, I left a lot of profits on the table. All right? Shout out to Motivation and Knowledge. Says, go to 10K. Come on, so we can all relax. Man, if Bitcoin does go to 10K, guys, you know, all right, you know, we're going to be buying up as much as possible irresponsibly. All right, Frank J says, Jay, Bitcoin's dumping. Shout out to Dano Crypto. Shout out to Patrick Power. All right, shout out to Fit Genius. He says, we're getting a lot of longs absorbed. Okay. Shout out to Angel75. Shout out to, yeah, MEXC going full KYC. All right, okay, we got some super chats in the house that we got to shout out. All right. Yeah, Bojan is the man. Bojan is the man. All right, Boyan, aka Bojan. All right, who do we got in the chat? First of all, shout out to Good Eggs NFT. I've only got $2.99 to give you. Man, I appreciate that. You shouldn't be giving me $2.99. All right, shout out to Landon Maximus, Jakin, Francie, Sheldon, Sam, Powerstream. Man, that would be awesome. Shout out to JT for the super chat. Can we check the hidden bullish on the 4? Yeah, let's check the hidden bullish on the 4 hour. All right, let's check the hidden bullish div on the 4 hour. As Bitcoin is taking a little bit of a tumble. Okay, let's check it out on the 4 hour. I don't consider this a hidden bullish divergence yet. All right, I don't consider that yet. I don't. I would want to see the momentum wave take out this guy. All right. So if we come down into our box and this momentum wave here comes down lower, then I would consider that a hidden bullish divergence. And if the 1 hour is giving us regular bull divs here, that would be the juicy sauce on top of the cake. All right. You know when you make a cake and then you pour a whole bunch of juicy sauce on top of the cake? That's what I'm talking about here. All right. We're going to watch New York Open. Okay. We're going to watch New York Open. Shout out to Robert Jones. He says, your stream saved my longs. Save my account. Close all longs across many coins. Man, God bless you. That's amazing. All right. That's amazing. All right, man. Look, if the YouTube channel, if the Casper crew has helped you as a trader, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat right now. If this channel and or the Casper crew and the traders in there and the knowledge and the information that we give out has helped you trade, has helped you become profitable, drop a 1 in the chat right now. Watoshi says we're gonna pump. Man, I hope we pump, but I hope we come down a little bit lower right now. All right, and if we do, I'll be honest with you, I would love to add to these longs that I'm in right now. Okay, I still got about $200,000 long on Bitcoin from lower prices. All right, I would love to add to these longs, get some juicy entries going on these guys. All right, so let's see, and let's take a quick look also at what is happening with the order flow here. All right, let's refresh this. I do want to look at this triangle from the perspective of an order flow chart. All right, let's go. Yeah, this is our 30-minute time frame here. Let's check this out in the perspective of an order flow chart. So look, guys, I do have to say, all right, I do have to say that in general, as long as we stay within this triangle right now, there is looking like bullish absorption happening at these lows. All right, look at this, right? We've got ourselves the CVD indicator getting lower. We've got ourselves the open interest indicator in general over time getting higher, right? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So as long as we don't lose this low, that is bullish, man. I'm very, very interested to see what happens as we come down into our box. I'm very, very, very interested to see what happens as we come into this box, man. We might see a reversal today within a few hours, within a little bit, right? Within a smidgen. All right. Let's see, guys. Let's see, man. I'm getting amped up. Yeah, let's go. Getting hyped. You know, what I love to do at first thing in the morning is I like to get into the shower and I like to smack myself in the face in a cold shower, smack myself in the chest and say, "Be a man, Jason. Be a man." You know, it works kind of. It kind of works. All right. All right. Shout out to everybody. We got 1,000 likes. All right. We didn't do it in the first half hour, but look, we got 2,000 people in the chat. I'm going to give you 15 minutes to get 2,000 likes, and then we'll give away $1,000, all right? We got a lot of ones in the chat. A lot of people have been helped by this YouTube channel. That's so amazing to hear and to know that the Casper crew has helped so many people in the chat. We got so many ones up in here. That's absolutely amazing. Mr. Kennedy says, KYC equals control equals bad. I know. I am not a fan of KYC. All right, I'm not a fan of KYC. What time does this live stream usually go? Drew Burr, I'm on no schedule, man. I'm living the no schedule life right now. I was a very scheduled man, but now I'm like, forget it, man. I'm not gonna be on any schedule. I'm gonna go to bed when I want. I'm gonna wake up when I want. I'm gonna stream when I want, because it was ruining my life, man. I was going down a bad path of a little too much structure. I'm deloading from a schedule that kept me underslept and overworked, right? So, all right, huge shout out to everybody in here who's had so much positive experience with the Casper crew and also with the channel. That's absolutely amazing. If I'm not in Bitcoin now, time to start buying. Joseph Garcia. Look, I mean, obviously, if you're going to be getting into Bitcoin now, we are at all-time highs, right? Personally, for me, if I was in zero position right now on Bitcoin, I would buy some now. But I would save a lot of capital, and I would hope to buy a lot more down toward this level here, around the $52,000 zone, right? But yes, I would buy some now if I was totally unexposed, and the reason why is because right now, I am thoroughly persuaded that the top is not close to being in. All right, I'm thoroughly persuaded that the top is not close to being in. And I believe that we're going to see another move up to over $100,000. And so I wouldn't want to miss out on that totally. But if I had $100 to put in, maybe I'd put like 20 bucks in right here. And then I would put maybe, you know, a little bit more at 60K. And then I would put a decent amount in at 50K. And then, of course, if we keep dropping, then great, because you can really fill up a nice position. Personally, I think worst case scenario right now is, you know, coming back down to this zone right here, right? Like I know this sounds crazy to people, all right? So, but I think worst case scenario for Bitcoin, like all heck breaks loose, all right, is a drop down to the high 20s, low 30s, because this is really major support resistance. And so we have to think worst case scenario in a bull market, but we're ranging sideways, right? Right now our range is from these highs, right, to these lows, okay? And we could look at this as simply just a deviation outside of the range, and we could hypothetically come back down if we lose 50K, come back down to test this before the big massive move, right? And so understanding that's a possibility, this is why I would not put everything into Bitcoin right now. And I would have some targets. Like, yeah, I would say, okay, right now, consolidation, maybe we break out. Let me have some exposure. And then, of course, 60K, 50K, and 40K, 30K. I mean, those would be major places I would be looking to get in. Of course, it's not guaranteed to happen that way. And so, but that's the problem with buying after the big move, right? But objectively speaking, we can say two things, right? Objectively speaking, this is all-time high. This is not the time really to be deploying lots of capital into the asset. There are some people who are very bullish and say, look, we haven't seen anything yet. Okay, if that's you, you could buy the top, but that's not me. So for me, if I were to approach this, I would say, let me get some exposure in case this really is simply just a breakout and a retest. But also, let me keep some capital on the sidelines, because we can see that we're topping out in these higher time frames, and we could do the sideways and down thing that we usually do, right? If this is a cup and handle, right? Then, yeah, if this is a cup and handle, 52K is like such a beautiful, it's the Fibonacci golden pocket. And then if, you know, so if we get in 52K, then we're looking at like a massive target of about $120,000, right? This is actually a pretty probable scenario right now. Okay. So yeah, 52K for me is a really nice zone, you know. All right. Alrighty. Bitcoin back in action. All right, New York is going to open, guys, in 15 minutes, and I am actually looking for a bit more of a drop here. I'm looking for a bit more of a drop here. The reason why I'm looking for a bit more of a drop is because, well, we have some nice supports below us. There's two main reasons why I'm looking for a bit more of a drop. All right, reason number one, a bit more of a drop, is because we have come inside the gap, and most time, once you're in the gap, it gets filled. Reason number two is because we have levels below us, the 618 Fibonacci, the 786 Fibonacci. All right, and reason number three is because we had a chance to bounce, and we failed to bounce. All right, we had a chance to bounce, and we failed to bounce. So now let's say we come down a tad bit lower and look for a bounce from around the bottom of this triangle. All right, around the bottom of the triangular shape pattern, whatever you want to call it. All right, maybe we drop another $1,000. Let's see if New York opens, we get a massive, groundbreaking, earth-shattering, mind-numbing bounce on drop. I mean, drop, not bounce, drop. You know. Alrighty. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing. God bless you all. Alright, let's see here. We got some super chats that we gotta take a look at. And yes, guys, this short trade is simply, it was a hedge trade that I entered into a while ago. Alright, the reason I entered into this trade is because we did have 4-hour bearish diz money flow momentum at these highs. So I figured I'm very exposed. I'm not even as exposed to the short side as I wish I was. Alright. But I'm looking for a bounce right now on Bitcoin from this box that we got down here. Alright, I'm looking for a bounce. And I'm bullish. New York's about to open. I'm looking for a bounce and I'm bullish. How big of a garden for a workout addicted family of 3 and what to grow? As big as possible, man. Like, and look, it depends on your diet. Shout out to Overcome 70 times 7. For me, I'm about growing. How can I grow the most calories and the most nutrients for the least amount of work? So for me, that means I eat a lot of white potatoes. I eat a lot of squash. I eat a lot of beans. I eat a lot of greens, and I eat a lot of eggs. Okay, so depending on who you are and your dietary preferences and or views, you might say, Jason, you're gonna die on that diet because you're eating lots of oxalates and plants are evil. And you know, if you're on the other side, you might say, Jason, you're gonna die because you eat so many eggs. Eggs are evil. But that's what I do, man. Chickens, potatoes, squash, beans. Those are the staples, and as much as possible. And you can get a lot out of the earth on that. All right, you can get a lot out of the ground with those things. All right, I'm gonna start making more gardening material on this channel. All right, I'm gonna start making more gardening material on this channel. All right, Bitcoin's gonna drop. We're looking for Bitcoin to drop a little bit down toward here. And again, this is not just a CME gap. This is many things. All right, we pull the fib, low to high. Right, it's also our golden pocket, our 786 is coming in right in this zone. So this is make it or break it area. And not only this, all right, not only this, guys, but it's also a trend line, right? A trend line of these lows roughly connected like this. Okay, so we are looking for a bit more of a drop. New York's going to open in about 9 minutes. 9 minutos if you're Espanol, if you speak Espanol. Am I harvesting my own food? Of course, that's the way to do it. Eat everything raw and you're good, says Natural State. All right, shout out to QWRW. Shout out to George. He says pasture-raised chicken gang. Yeah, that's the way to do it, honestly. Like, raise your own chickens. Beans, green, tomato, lamb. I love lamb. Am I vegetarian? No, I'm not vegetarian at all, Staza. Are you? Because you're pretty jacked. All right, so I always like to talk to jacked vegetarians and vegans. All right, J-Boy Bush did not get a KYC email yet from MEXC. Yeah, I heard, John, that MEXC is requiring KYC by the 30th of June. So, yeah. All right, let's watch to see how New York opens here, guys. 8 minutes till open. 8 minutes till open. 8 minutes till open. And right now, Bitcoin is front-running this golden pocket by like a few hairs, which honestly makes me feel like we're going to get more of a drop here, guys. It makes me feel like we're going to get more of a drop here. All right? We are front-running the golden pocket by a few hairs. We're looking to basically... That's not so bullish, right? Front-run the golden pocket 8 minutes before New York open. Probably New York open, we pump a little bit. Then we get a massive... We pump, ah! And then we get a little bit of a bounce from here. But I will be honest with you guys. Based on the 1 hour... Man, it's just not looking the best. Like, technically, we have bull divs here. But I'll be honest, even if we bounce from here, I'm still kind of expecting. I am still kind of expecting more downside based on the weekly, all right? And yes, I was expecting that all-time high. We might still get an all-time high. But I was really expecting it last week. You know, I was expecting us to take the highs. I'll be honest with you guys, this high sucks, man. We were talking about that in yesterday's VIP stream. It would shock me if we didn't come back to test this high here. It would shock me. Look at the monthly candle right now. There's no wick. All right, look at the weekly and the monthly candles here. They just open and drop. There's no wick, nothing. There's just a straight drop. This is a very unfinished high right here for the weekly candle. All right, so that's the only thing bullish about this that we see here, is that this when we get the reversal, it's likely that we would take all these highs right here, and then we could do something like this, right? Based on the weekly, I'd still say more downside is probable, but okay, 6 minutes till NYO, which means nade to order. If you go to a deli, everything is nade to order. You tell them, what do you want? You want mayonnaise on that? Do you want mayonnaise? Naomaze. Naomaze. All right, guys, we just hit into the Fibonacci golden pocket, the 618 fib, our high school crush that rejected us, okay? But she's potentially going to be here. Ah! All right, dumping down, all right? We're coming to value area low. Six minutes till NYO. Let's see what happens here, guys. I'm not rushing. All right, I'm American, but again, I'm not rushing to get into any long trades here. Not now. Yes, we're at a golden pocket. Let's check out our lower time frames. If it wasn't 6 minutes from New York Open, and if we didn't have a CME gap below us, I would probably long this right here, guys. I'll be honest with you. But I'm just too nervous to do it right now because of the current environment, right? And if this is the bottom, then that's fine with me. I will deal with it later. There will be plenty of opportunity later. All right. All right. Who we got in the chat? We got a lot of you guys in the chat. God bless everybody in the chat. Mayo Nice. Shout out to the Dusty Hunt. He says marker opening has been canceled for today. Really? Is that true? Is this true? Is that true? Hang on. That can't be true. I do not believe. No, it says it's open until Monday the 27th, which is Memorial Day. So they say. All right, Bitcoin dumping. Let me sniff your sandals. Okay, Bitcoin, we're dumping, baby. All right, let's see. As we approach the box of decision, and New York is about to open, baby. Now we know right now we are at a 618 fib. When New York opens, I'm expecting a bit of a bounce here, okay? When New York opens, I'm expecting a bit of a bounce, then I'm expecting a tad bit lower here, maybe for another little bounce. Well, honestly, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Like, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Shout out to Cleo T. Shout out to Crypto Carnage. He says 2.9 profit TP2 63900. William Wallace loves the playlist. Yeah, it's just like royalty-free synthwave stuff, man. Let me actually let me post this exact playlist here. I'll post it in the chat. There we go. I just posted it in the chat. All right. All right. Here we go, baby. Coming to the box. The difference between isolated and cross margin is isolated isolates a tiny bit of your margin, and that's the most you can lose. But cross means your whole account's up for grabs by those dang market makers, you know? Am I going to close my long there? No, I'm actually looking to open a long. From around this zone that we got here, right? I'm actually looking to open a new long from around this zone here. All right, 1 minute until NY. All right, we want to watch and see how it works out. We got shorts opening up here, guys. This is actually a good recipe for trapped shorts. All right, here we go. Yeah, I like isolated leverage. All right, here we go. We're dumping down. Guys, make sure to smash up the likes. We got over 2,000 people in here. Only 1,200 likes. All right, the visionary is waiting for 63,150. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. All right, New York is officially open. We're getting the move up as expected. All right, we're getting the move up as expected. A little bit of a decrease of OI here. Let's see what New York wants to do. All right. I'd say New York wants to probably take a big dump. New York wants to take a big dump, baby. Am I opening a fresh long scalp? I'm looking to, all right? I am looking to. I'm looking to. Yeah, cross leverage can be scary. Look, if you have a stop loss in place, it doesn't matter what cross or isolated. Okay, for me, I like isolated so that I put as many things in place as I can to keep me from flopping and groping, all right? So isolated, you can only lose so much. All right. Dave Digital doesn't see the move up. Just wait a little bit, man. Give it some time. New York just opened. Give it a few hours or whatever. All right. All right. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Let's see. We got lots of people shorting here. Lots of shorts. That's what we want to see. We want to see shorts, shorts, shorts. We want to see people short, short, short. All right. And again, we're looking for, specifically, us to see what happens as we fill the gap here. And I'll be honest with you guys, market Cipher B on the 12-minute is not looking very good to me. It really makes it seem like we could get a scalp from it, but not a really nice trade, right? We would really have wanted to see it look more like this here. We're definitely seeing some potential on the 6-minute for a scalp, but we get a fast drop. We want to see a lightning fast drop here, right? And watch and see how it plays out. Shout out to fellow trader. He always likes to laugh at me and says this moron is a complete beginner and gambler. Well, fellow trader, everyone knows we're not here for financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just Pikachu hat, plunger on the face. I'm not even a real trader. I'm just here to show Market Cipher, so make sure to use my affiliate link on Market Cipher. And if you guys want some real TA, go watch fellow trader's channel. He has lots of videos. Go check him out if you want a real trader. All right? He's obviously a real trader, has never showed his face, never done a live stream, never done a video. Go check him out. He's the real deal. All right, God bless fellow trader. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you because he's here every single day on every stream, on every video. That is some dedication, my friend. May God bless you, and I apologize if my content is not up to your criteria. I will try harder from the deepest sincerity of my heart. I will try harder to put out better content, to teach people better than I am doing right now, and to be more entertaining, and also to be just overall better in life. And that's truly my desire, is to be better. So fellow trader, I appreciate you, man. God bless you. Thank you for your criticism. You know, I'm taking it to heart, and I will take it before the Lord in prayer, and hopefully the Lord will help me change and become better. All right? I am walking on a treadmill, guys. All right, I'm clearly not Gareth Salloway up in here. All right. Shout out to David. He says, "God bless fellow trader. We love you, brother." God bless you, fellow trader. God bless you. May the Lord bless you. All right. All right, so we are in here. All right, guys. Yeah, that's him with 13 subscribers. Yeah, let's pump his subs. All right, let's pump his subs. You know, I wish the best for fellow trader. I really do. I wish the best for him. I'll tell you why I wish the best for him. Because anybody who has the time to comment in all capitals on all my videos and all my streams with negative stuff must be in a really bad place, man. And I really do. I pray for you in Jesus' name that the Lord puts positivity into your life and that you get out of a negative place, bro. I've been in negative places before. Everyone's been in negative places before. It's not a fun place to be, right? It's bad for us mentally, physically, spiritually. So I pray you get out of that place, man. All right? And I do pray that your channel grows, you know? That you put out some good content that attracts people. Maybe get yourself a Pikachu hat. Maybe get yourself a plunger, bro. I don't know. All right? But, yeah. That's all I got to say. All right. Let's check out what's happening here on the order flow. Okay, so look at this, guys. We got some longs coming in here. 2.7 million longs after about, wow, 6 million. Wow, that's on a decrease of OI. We can't really say. Yeah, we got some buyers coming in here, guys. We got some buyers coming in here. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's keep our eyes on the prize, all right? I'm not longing it just because buyers are coming in. I would need to see something crazy to long here, guys. All right? I'll bet you those longs are going to be fuel to the downside. Let's check it out. The sisters are negative. Yeah, the sisters are negative. All right, shout out to Darla, who praying and blessing everybody in the chat. May everybody be blessed in the chat. All right. Definitely get yourself a plunger. All right. All right, here we go, baby. We're coming down. White line is the main area. Purple box is the zone. All right, white line is the main area. Purple box is the zone. Look, I'm not being sarcastic about fellow trader. I truly mean that. I don't... Look, I have no reason, you know, not to feel that way about the guy. All right, I've been nothing but blessed in my life. All right, and I do hope that he gets some positivity in his life. Like, you know, it's not good to be negative like that. Why do I use 40 ticks? That's just what I like to use. That's what I like to use on our, that was our 15-minute chart. No, our 5-minute chart, I like to use 40 tick. On our 15-minute chart, 5 and 15-minute chart, I like to use 40 tick. All right. All right, man, if we do fill that gap and bounce, oh man, yeah, I'm waiting patiently, guys. I'm gonna wait patiently here. I don't want to front run anything. All right, I don't want to front run anything. New York just opened. All right. Can we take a quick look at Raven? Am I still on MEXC? Yeah, I'm still on MEXC. I know about the KYC. All right, this is BingX, but yeah, I'm still on MEXC. I'm still on ZOOMEX. I'm still on MEXC. All right. All right, I'm still on MEXC. I'm still on ZOOMEX. I'm even long on these exchanges, guys. Look, the thing is, I'm trying to kind of add to this trade just literally right from my target here. So this long entry here, $100,000, basically. If we dip down, I'm gonna be looking to add to it. And if we don't get the bounce, I will close it. And look, here's the thing right now. I've already made $24,000 on it. You know, minus the fees, including the fees. I made 25, but minus the fees, 24. So look, I'm looking to potentially hold this and compound this back up a little bit here, okay? All right, we're patiently waiting. We're patiently waiting. We don't want to front run anything. Typically, the main move happens a little bit after New York opens. All right, the main move happens a little bit after New York. New York, a little bit after. People say the bull run hasn't even started yet. I agree. No KYC on BingX? So far, no, all right? Look, all these exchanges are going KYC, all right? Don't worry, there are many solutions, and we're going to be working as we get a chance to trade on either other platforms or, you know, do what we got to do and get other, what is this box, bro? This box is the juicy box of watermelon juice mixed with orange juice mixed with pineapple juice. What are ticks? Ticks is basically like how many dollars is within, how much money is within one pixel on your screen, so to speak, right? So like, if you're looking at like exo charts, if your tick is on 50, then every single pixel that you move your screen is 25 bucks, all right? Because every tick is 50 cents or something like that. So the higher your tick size, the lower resolution you have. Every time you move your mouse like 1 pixel, the price that you're highlighting is going to be more and more separated. That's the worst explanation I've literally ever heard in my life, guys. And again, look, I'm just a YouTuber here, all right? But yeah, that's what tick is, all right? What's my age? 49, man. People say I look young for my age, Firelines. No, I'm joking. Blowfin has no KYC. I know. They've been hitting me up for years saying, Jason, please partner with us. But it's like they don't offer inverse perpetual. I told them if MEXC goes away, I might trade on Blowfin. When did I get in on this short? I got in this short weeks ago, man. This is a hedged position, as I was very long. All right, so yeah, we're short from this. It was just a hedged short. I've even taken half the trade out already. I've realized $1,200 on it already because I thought we were going to make a new high last week, so I was wrong. Which is why I closed half, because, you know, I'm always a very cautious trader when it comes to, like, saying I have my biases, but I will always say at the end of the day, I don't know for certain. So I'd rather always put myself in a situation where if I'm wrong, I can still be right. You know? Okay, so look, we're starting to get a little move up here. Nothing to be crazily bullish about yet. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, we have a lot of longs actually coming in here. We have very many longs. I think these longs are early to the party. and I think that they are going to get wrecked. All right, I think these longs are early to the party, and I think they're going to get wrecked. Okay, that's what I think. This is my hypothesis right now. It doesn't mean I'm right. All right, this is not financial advice, but I think these longs opening up are early to the party. All right, the only way I will change my bias here really is if we start to make a higher high on the chart, and then I will look for a retest. All right, but until that happens, I'm going to say I think these longs right now are early to the party. All right, I think they're early to the party. We've got a few longs coming in. They're early to the party. All right, we are at a Fibonacci golden pocket, which is why they're longing. But I do still feel that they're a bit early to the party. All right, I could be wrong. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Now, over this move to the downside, we have had a significant amount of shorts opening up here. Right, we still have about 6 million shorts that opened at 65,300. 65.3 to 65.4. We have 6 million shorts that opened up there. So, right now, I think the bears are still in control. I think these longs are early to the party. And I would like to see another big push at some point. All right, now it doesn't have to be right now. That's another thing. The main move typically happens a little bit after New York opens, all right? So far, there's no real sign of strength here. So far, you can see we have ourselves, you know, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, you know, until we start to change some kind of structure here, which could really open the door for a squeeze, don't get me wrong. I think the downside is still more probable, and I would really like to come to our box, all right? I would really like to come to our box. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely. Could I miss out? Well, not really, because I can just add to my open long trades if I decide that, oh, we bounced, right? But to open up a freshie, I would rather wait till I see something a little bit nicer here. All right, what's wrong with MEXC? They're going to be requiring KYC June 30th, all right? They're going to be requiring KYC June 30th here. That's what is wrong. What's the name of the website? It's called coinalyze.net is one, and ExoCharts is another. All right. All right, Surf Ocean is long now. Cool, cool, cool. What leverage are the early boys long in? I don't know. I don't know what leverage. All right. How many hours until New York opens? New York has been open for 16 minutes. All right. All right, Grankman long the Fibonacci with the 5-minute divs. Look, I cannot say that's a bad trade, all right? I cannot say that that's a bad trade. It would be silly of me to say that that's a bad trade. We dip down into the Fibonacci golden pocket. We have divergences on lower time frames. You know, 6-minute bullish div, money flow, and momentum. It actually looks pretty nice, so I'm not gonna lie. I would prefer, my personal preference would be to get a little bit more of a dip. You know, a little bit more of a dip. Personal preference, a little bit more of a dip. I want to see a bit more of a violent move here. A bit more of a violent move. Yeah, it's true. Shout out to Stay High. BingX has KYC, but it's only an option. That is correct. When did I first buy Bitcoin? In 2016. That's when I first bought Bitcoin. What's the new platform? I don't know yet. Look, right now I'm trading on MEXC, ZOOMEX, and BingX. Those are my 3 exchanges. I always have multiple exchanges in case KYC happens. You know, if you're not in the US, does Paolo work with MEXC? Yep, Sam Nash does. And so I'm thinking of just KYCing, biting the bullet and KYCing. As much as I don't want to do it, why is KYC so bad? Because why was crypto invented in the first place? All right. It was to say, screw the system, man. right? Screw the system. So screw the system. So look, 12-minute market Cipher B right now is printing BitBoy butt cheeks, which objectively speaking is a bullish sign, okay? Objectively speaking, that is a bullish sign as we are at a golden pocket support. And a lot of people are waiting for the gap. So perhaps we don't fill it, you know, that is a possibility. But I would rather wait for something a little bit more. I would love to wreck some of the early longs. This is typically New York's way to do, right? They give a false move and then the real move. We're coming up to that time where we can expect that volatile move to happen. So far, we haven't really seen it, okay? But I will say this, we are coming back right now to retest that gap, okay? We're coming back right now to retest that gap. All right, this green line right here, this is gonna be a key support resistance flip-flop. Now you guys see what I'm seeing, right? With the 12-minute, we're gonna make this thick. This is a key support resistance. $12-minute does look nice for moves to the upside right now. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, personally for me, my plan is still, I am not going to long this now. I would rather wait for lower. If I see something like this, where, I mean, it's clear we have bullish market structure, we come back down for a retest into the golden pocket, then I would open up a fresh long on something like this. All right, that's pretty much it. And then, of course, I would also probably add to my longs on something like that. But until we see that, because of the gap below, I would prefer just to be a little bit more cautious here, all right? Doesn't mean we can't pump, but personally, I'm not willing to open a freshie right here. It's just not my style, right? I like to get it from the exact level. So if we had hit the CME gap and I saw this, I would have absolutely longed it. But because we're just floating in the middle, you know, maybe we do get another move up and then another move down, and we continue to form more bullish divs here. That to me is a much juicier kind of entry. Much juicier kind of entry. Man, we got about 2,400 people in here. Make sure to FOMO into the like button, guys. All right, make sure to FOMO into the like button. All right. Why do people defend KYC? Yeah, NPCs, that's why. It's NPCs. Look, I mean, it is a shame, but, you know, the Western world is completely neutered. We have no testiclites anymore, right? No more testiclites. People, they don't want liberty. They want safety and security, right? Just keep me safe. Tell me what to do. Tell me what not to do. Keep me safe, all right? You know what's funny? I literally had $700,000 stolen from me in crypto, and it was because of my own decisions that were poor. And I learned a very expensive lesson. And let me tell you, I'm going to be much more secure in the future now after losing $700,000. But we live in like a system where people don't want to take responsibility for their own security and stuff like that. It's a shame, man. It's not just in finance, it permeates throughout everything. And don't get me wrong, I understand why. All right, I understand why. But I think it goes against the American spirit, and I say that as an American, all right? It goes against the American spirit of liberty. Just stay out of my dang business. All right? Stay out of my dang business. All you Karens out there, you know, Karen, you should probably just settle down, get married, become a stay-at-home wife, have some kids. Life will be much better for you. You won't be so pissed. And that goes for male and female Karens out there. I see you male Karens out there. I used to be one of you back when I was graduated in trans, non-carbon, binary emission gender studies in college. There's an old picture of me, all right? Before real life hit me in the face. You know? All right. Let us see what happens here. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. That's right, yeah. It's for our own benefit. That way we don't invest in anything irresponsible, you know? Yeah. I know. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, Chase is glad I got out of that phase I was in college. Well, it was easy to get out of that phase, man, because, you know, back in college, like, the most important thing was, like, what pronoun people called me. That was, like, the most important thing in life. But now that I'm out of college, I had to move out from mommy and daddy's house. I realized things like, oh, I have to eat and buy food, and actually food is more important than my hair color. I didn't even know, I didn't even realize that. Like, all this time in college, I thought the hair color was the most important thing, and pronouns were the most important thing, making sure I felt safe, in a safe space. If anyone said anything mean to me, I needed a place to go cry. I thought that was most important. Then when I was out of college and I had student debt and no job, my parents kicked me out, I realized, oh snap, like, in real life, those things don't even matter at all. And they're not gonna help me, you know? It was a big awakening. It was a really big awakening, you know? But everyone has to go through that. Everyone has to go through that. Bounce, no, yes. Yeah, I mean, look, we are bouncing from a Fibonacci golden pocket. Objectively speaking, right now, Bitcoin is bouncing with bullish divergences at a Fibonacci golden pocket, where pretty much any other time in the world, Jason Casper would definitely be in a long right now. The reason I'm not in a long right now is because I just feel it in my bones that price is going to come lower. Could I be wrong? Yup. Yup. And if I'm wrong, guys, I am prepared to be wrong. And I will probably add to one of my open long trades here. Okay. But I need to see something convincing here. All right. But yeah, 0.65 to the dollar on ByBit. 0.65 to the dollar on ByBit. Okay, so as we know, guys, this line right here is key support resistance flip. All right. If we come above this, that is bullish. All right. And it looks like we probably will right now. But let's see. Let's see how she goes. All right. Let's see how she goes. Check the 30-minute chart. Cade Shaw says this guy is a straight up loser, probably voted Biden. Yeah, I mean, back in college, man, I loved Biden. You know, just kidding. You know, real progressives hate Biden. Everyone hates Biden, even though he's the most popular president in history. But yeah, I used to love Biden back when my hair was pink. You know, he made me feel right at home. You know, everything he said to me was just so coherent. It made so much sense. Like, every time Biden opens his mouth, I just think to myself, wow, like, what an eloquent speaker. How did he learn to master the English language like that? You know, with such conviction and just emotion behind everything he says. It's absolutely amazing. You know, money flow trending into the right on the 1 hour. Osiris says 3 minutes until we pump, baby. All right, look, if we pump here, oh man, we gonna pump? All right, let's see. I feel like we should come down lower, man. But let's see what happens. If we start to pump, I might have to FOMO. All right. Is this guy a transphobe? I'm so scared. When I see a trans person, I get so scared. I get goosebumps. And I can't help but let out a little... I'm very scared. I'm phobic of it. Yeah, absolutely. Very fearful. Have a huge phobia of it. Yes, Bobby. But look, you can't hate me for that, bro. All right? I can't help it. I was born that way. Okay? It's just who I am inside. I'm scared. So don't hate on me for who I am. That is called discrimination and racism. All right? Discrimination. Ration. Racism. I'm calling it. All right? All right, let's see. Look, if we reclaim this key level, I might have to FOMO into a long. All right, from the golden pocket. I hate to do it, but I might add to one of my long trades here. I might put 100,000 on the trade. I'm getting ready to do it. All right, I've got the exchange pulled open. I've got my finger on the trigger, $100,000, ready to hit that long button, baby. All right. Let's see how she plays out here. But I do hope for lower. Let's see. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. Everyone's looking into Ondo. Shout out to the super chat. But GFI is leading the way. Jason, can you check the charts? PS, I'm running a 100-mile race in November. Really? That's amazing, man. That's amazing. All right. All right, we might get a bounce from here. We might. All right, GFI. Let's check out GFI. I mean, it looks really bullish, man, but how would I even get into an asset like this? I would have to wait for some kind of a pullback, but things look very, very bullish here. Things look pretty bullish here. So look, for me, I would say if I was going to get into GFI, I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's pumping like crazy. Like, we don't want to buy the top, and if it's going to keep pumping, we need to wait for a pullback, but where? I would say basically to come back to retest like $2.37. That's where I would want to get in on this. We got some little bear divs on the daily. Maybe we could get a nice little dumperoni and come right back down to retest our support resistance zone. All right, Bitcoin is pumping a little bit here. Let's check it. All right, we're pumping a little bit here. There's no 80K, just 120K. I am bullish on Jason Casper, straight to the stratosphere. All right. Do a rap song. Bitcoin about to break resistance, then we're gonna pump. Bitcoin gonna go the distance, then we might fall right back down to fill the gap, then the smiles turn into a frown. Here we go, price is gonna pump. Are we in a slump? Are we gonna dump? Maybe yes, maybe no, then the price is gonna go. Talking to my friends every day on the phone. Here we are in the chat, talking about things. Then I get an alert, price starts to ring. We're going really high from the golden pocket, and I don't even know if y'all could even spot it, but we came right down into the gap. We dipped into it, then we start to snap. Did we feel it? No. Price begins to go. Next thing you know, top is gonna blow. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, you know what? I might actually put $100,000 into a long right now. Bobby Carter says, show the nips. LOL. Man, I hope for lower, guys. I'll be honest, I still hope for lower. Shout out to Basketballs, who says, JJ, can you look at Gala and Jupe? Dip in the gap. Yeah, we're going to dip in the gap. All right, yeah. Yeah, let's take a look at Let's take a look at Gala and Jupe. So look, this is Gala for me. My buy zone is this, right? My buy zone is a retest of like between 44 and 52 cents. That's where I would start to accumulate Gala again. I had bought before the breakout. Jupe. Jupe looking bullish, all right? Jupe looking kind of bullish. But we have bear divs on the daily. So here's the thing for Jupe. I would personally love, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but to get into some Jupe because it is very bullish. We have ourselves a nice little sideways range here, right? So what I would love is I would love for Jupe to basically, now that we've taken the high, come down and take the low. And let's go ahead and pull a fib from low to high here. Yeah, Jupe come down to take the low into the Fibonacci golden pocket and get our bounce from around a dollar-ish, you know? Dollarish. All right, let's check out the Bitcoin chart. All right, some signs of strength here. We might get a move, all right? We might get a little bit of a move. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. Is 63K still in play? 63K? That's what I'm looking for, man. All right, that's what I'm looking for. All right, let me see here. All right, I'm waiting to push that long button. I got my mouse on the trigger here. But I do want to see a little bit lower. Shout out to basketballs. Ravencoin, yeah, we could check out Ravencoin, all right. We could check out Ravencoin. Ravencoin, yeah, we could check out Raven. Let's check out Ravencoin. So Ravencoin, to me, looks pretty dang bullish. If I was not in any Raven, which I'm not, and if I was looking to get into Raven, which I'm personally not really, this is what I would be looking for, all right? We've kind of broken out, retested this area, and so now I would like to see a retest of coming back down to the 786 golden pocket zone, which is basically a retest of this very important support resistance flip, right? We had some resistance back here. August 2020, then it was our support, flip to resistance. It's a really nice level. This would be my overall plan for Ravencoin, shooting for a high. If I was interested in this would be my plan right here for Ravencoin, a Ravencoin. All right. All right, look at that. Bitcoin's flipping resistance now into support. Flipping resistance into support. Money flow crossing on the 1. Man. I still think we're going to come lower toward the end of the day, all right? I still do. All right, huge shout out to Fat Easy Cash 8835. A DEX is faster than Jupiter and Ray. He says the Solex DEX on CMC is faster than Jupiter and Ray. That's interesting, man. What are the targets to the upside? So if we continue to bounce here, my targets to the upside are really this. So right now, guys, we are back testing a key area of resistance. Okay, we are back testing right now the naked weekly point of control that we had right here, which I did take a scalp from this morning. I took a little scalp from it this morning here. Yeah, so now we're backtesting that as resistance. So if we can reclaim this level, then we're going to go to the VWAP, which is about 6666.6. The VWAP is 666666. All right, that's where we're going to go next target. And so it wouldn't surprise me if we do this and then come down lower and then get our bounceroni. This is kind of what I would like to see happen here, okay? If we're going to get a move to the upside, that would be my first target. But this is a pretty nice looking wick actually into the golden pocket. This is not a bad looking bottom right now, you know? So I'm really contemplating whether or not to hit that long button. Should I long resistance? Should I long resistance? I'm not really going to open up a fresh one. I'm just thinking about opening some stuff, adding to some trades. Liquidity is there. Yeah, 666. Man, Bitcoin loves the 666 levels because Bitcoin's evil, man. Bitcoin's the mark of the beast, baby. Or so that's what they say, all right? That's what they say. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's watch this chart closely and carefully. Stan Gang channel says stick to the plan. Yeah, I haven't longed it yet, guys. Look, I'm still looking for a bit lower, to be honest with you. I'm very cautious to add to this long trade now because my entry is right at my target for the short. Right? My entry is right at my target for the short. So, you know, I don't want to add now and then stop out that trade because right now I like it how I might be able to compound a juicy trade just for my own kind of, you know. But yeah, the hourly does look good. Let's check out the order flow once again. Let's check out that OF. We're going to check out OF. All right. Get y'all minds out of the gutter. We're going to be looking at that OF. Yeah, let's kind of watch and wait and see how things develop here, right? We don't need to rush into any decisions, all right? We've got this little resistance, all right? How epic would a drop be to wreck all the early longers? Let's actually take a look at once again at exo charts to get a little bit more data, all right? So this is local resistance. And let's go over here, see what we got going on. So we still got a lot of shorts that are open that are actually underwater right now. We got some underwater shorts here too, man. We got some underwater shorts. And then we got the buyers to step in. I would love to wreck those buyers. But whoa. What the heck kind of sneeze was that? That was the weirdest sneeze I ever sneezed, man. That's the weirdest sneeze I've ever sneezed in my life. All right, shout out to Dave Digital. I said Dage Digital. Dage Divital. Shout out to FitGenius618. Rec early longs. Well, look, if you're long, that you have a chance to take profit. But yeah, I would like to see more of an aggressive move here. Like typically, the aggressive moves, those are the nice ones. But let's see. Let's see. All right, maybe we do come up to 66666. Right, get a little bit of this action going on here. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for, y'all. All right. D's knees. Yeah, that sneeze was the bee's knees. That sneeze was the bee's knees. All right. Shout out to Fast Easy Cash 8835. He says sold DEX, fastest DEX on Sol, 3.5 million with doxed owner. Cool, man. That's good to know. Shout out to Radar Apologetics. Yeah, man, we're waiting for that. Yeah, because Bitcoin does respect that number for some reason, Radar Apologetics. Yeah, Bitcoin might be the AC. It might be the Atlantic City. You know? Bitcoin up $1,000 in the last hour, bro. Yeah. Is it? Let's check. 64.9 to 65.6. Yeah, about. Yeah, no, you're right. $1,000 in the last hour. Yeah, you're right. So look, I'm still waiting for lower. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, man. Look, I thought long and hard about longing this golden pocket here. All right, let's see what happens. You know, if I want price to come lower, I have to add $100,000 to my long, all right? That's what has to happen. How come Bitcoin RSI is oversold like ours, but RSI is not resetting, it kept dumping? It's all about context, man. Like, you can't use indicators alone, and you can't use price action. Well, some people use price action alone, all right? But, yeah, it's all about context, all right? It's all about context. All right, so here we are. We're actually coming up to a pretty important level here. Support resistance flip. You know? Another support resistance flip on the chart. We're back inside the value area low of the range. And we are making our way toward the VWAP here. Look, the 12-minute looks good. The 15-minute looks good for more upside. The 1 hour is printing a nice bottom here. Technically, even diverging here. Yeah, it could be good. You know what? Should I add to my long trade? Like, if we didn't have that gap down there, I would have longed this golden pocket, you know? Nah. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Shout out to Cop. He says, would you look at the Sol X newest fastest Sol DEX? Alright, Sol X. Let's check it out. I don't even... Oh, here we go. Alright, so... weekly time frame. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Money flow, momentum crossing. It looks good. It looks like it's about to pump, to be honest with you. Yeah, so like if you're bullish on this, and I don't know, it could be a rug pull, it could be fake. Those super chats could be just shills, bots shilling this coin. I don't know, okay? They could be bots and shills. But assuming they're not bots and shills, look, right now if we're accumulating this thing at these lows, there's literally 300 times more potential upside than downside here, right? That means if we put $1 on the trade, we lose $1 or make $300. We put $1,000 on trade, we either lose $1,000 or make $300,000. All right, that's a good risk to reward. Is it a rug pull? Do you hate it? Am I stupid? Then disregard. Okay, we're talking about 20,000% potential here on what looks like could be a massive short squeeze. I don't know. All right, I really don't know. I do not know. I do not know. What indicators do I use? I use Market Cipher B. It's the wrong SolX. Well, that's the only one I can see here, all right? It's literally the only one I can see. SolX. That's the only one there is. SolX. All right, that's all I see here. So, I'm sorry, but thank you for the super chat. Please do TA on stacks. Stacks, all right, STAX, baby. Stacks. Yeah, we'll check out stacks. Is it STX? Here we go. Stacks. So look, we're making new all-time highs above the last bull market all-time high. This looks very similar to me to Bitcoin, honestly. Look, it looks really similar to me to Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I wouldn't buy it here, to be honest with you. We've already had our money flow cross. We've already had our big pump. We're at all-time highs. I don't really know what to say about it. I view it the same as Bitcoin. If we get a pullback, it looks exactly like the Bitcoin chart. Is this the right thing? I would be looking to buy around this area, right? Pullback, support, resistance, flip, and continue with the uptrend. All right. Shout out to Kev Decrypt. He says the latest book of Jason is about to be dropped. God bless you, Kevin Decrypt. May you repent and believe the gospel. This is your own personal book verse in the book of Jason. All right. How's Ondo looking? Ondo looking the same as it was the other day. So honestly, this is a buy zone for me on Ondo. Ondo has broken down from the triangle into the golden pocket, our first buy, and we're getting a bounce from it. So this is first buy zone number 1 on Ondo. I would say if I was getting into it, I would deploy some capital here. And of course, I would hold out to potentially deploy some more capital at 62 cents. But yeah, this is buy zone numero uno for Ondo. All right, how's Bitcoin doing? All right, I desire lower on Bitcoin, guys. Man, I desire lower. Are we gonna get lower? I hope so. I hope so, because I have plans to long from lower. Let's see what happens here. Do I want you to delete spam super chats? It's hard to tell. Are they spam? Yeah, I mean, if you're convinced that if they're definitely spam, then yeah, you can defeat them. You can defeat them. All right, you go defeat those spammers. Shout out to Discover Crypto, who says hit the like button. Man, Discover Crypto, we've been live for 2 hours on the treadmill, waiting for that CME gap to fill. I don't know who's behind your avatar there, Discover Crypto, but what do you think? Are we gonna fill the gap, Discover Crypto? Shout out to Nicholas B. Welsh and Play, not stacks. They're meme coins on stacks. Oh, all right. You're talking to a Bitcoin trader over here, you know. Welsh. I thought you were talking about I thought you wanted me to do a Welsh accent. Alrighty. Welsh. All right, let's look at Welsh. Okay, so I have to say, I don't know anything about Welsh, but I do have to say that I really like this green line as a place to get interested. All right, man, Bitcoin 65,800 right now. Looks like, yeah, I really like coming down to the green line, to be honest with you. I do. It's a nice support resistance flip. I would like to see it. If we go to the weekly, it looks even nicer, right? Look at that on the weekly. We just come down right to here, back test this. It looks nice. Let's go to our 4 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Money flow still coming down here. I'd say it's looking pretty nice if we get that drop, to be honest with you. Could look pretty nice here. All right, how's Bitcoin doing here? She's pumping, all right? She's now almost made a higher high from the golden pocket, you know? I would have long that golden pocket on any other day of the week, but because I didn't long it, price is pumping uncontrollably here. We've gotten a about a $1,000 move since New York has opened. So let's see. Let's see if this is a fake move up. Maybe now we could get a drop Roni and queso. All right. Tether just printed 1 billion. Interesting. 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 How many miles have I walked? I honestly do not know. I don't know how many miles I've walked here, okay? I've been walking on this treadmill right now for about 145 minutes. All right, about 145 minutes walking on the treadmill. All right, so look. I would prefer a bit lower here. I would prefer something like this. This is what I would really prefer. All right. Let's see if we get it, guys. Tomorrow, we will know. All right. Tomorrow, we will know. Maybe we get it tomorrow instead of today. All right. Maybe we get it tomorrow instead of today. If this pump is real, am I still looking for an all-time high next week? It depends, man. All right, I know. It depends, though. I don't know anymore. I was really expecting that. Given the daily time frame, red dot, I don't think it's as probable right now. Okay, we bounced from a white phoenix zone. That's legit. Ski Mask Blaze sold his wife's jewelry, Laser Knight, to buy Solana at the top. How many grams of protein have I walked? I don't know. How many grams of protein do I eat? I don't know. Actually, I do know. I ate a lot of protein, guys. I ate a lot of protein, okay? I ate a lot of protein. Probably more than a lot of people think you should. More than people think I should. All right, man. This Bitcoin action is there's a move a brewing, guys. There's a move, definitely a brewing right here, all right? 195. There's a move a brewing. Should you buy Bitcoin now? Look, I've kind of already answered, but look, if I had no Bitcoin, if I had $100 to put in, I would probably put $20 into Bitcoin right now. And then I would be looking to put a little bit more in at 60K, 50K, if we're gifted with those kind of pullbacks. But objectively speaking, look, you're buying like an all-time high, and you're buying a dip in a bull market, and we haven't even really dipped that much. So the only rationale for buying here is that this is actually going to just continue to hold, right? This general these higher lows and that we make a new high. That's the rationale, right? All right, let's see. Bitcoin getting a move up. 66666.6 is our target here. All right. How many steps do I get daily? Probably about 20,000. Probably about 20,000. Preparing for war says we're guaranteed to go lower today. Preparing for war, I'm hoping for that, man. I really am hoping for that, man. I really, really am. But we'll have to wait and see, all right? This long trade here I do want to add to if we get another drop down. So that I can... so that I can be in this juicy trade. I want to get a big chunky position from a little bit lower. And hopefully maybe I could double this realized profit in one trade. All right? Try and see how much money I can get out of this thing. Sneaky farts from too much protein. You know, I don't really have the sneaky farts. You know? Why 66666? That's just the level that Bitcoin tends to respect. Alright, that's just the level that Bitcoin tends to respect. What if you're not wearing depends? Well, you might get liquidated if you're not wearing maximum absorbency depends. Alright. You might. Litecoin leading the charge. Alright, let's get back to this this chart here. Alright, so look, Bitcoin has changed market structure locally here on the 1 minute. On the CME chart, we're heading toward VWAP right now. Let's check this out. Look at that. Look at this. Alright, Bitcoin pumping. Now, let me smell the sandals. Dang it, Bitcoin! Dang it! Alright. We're coming up to VWAP POC 66666. Let's see how she rolls. Let's see how she rolls. Alright, this move to the upside has wrecked a lot of the shorts that shorted the bottom. So all the shorts are now out. The trap shorts are gone. No more trap shorts. Let's see if we can't get some longs at the top now and then reject from the VWAP and come back down to our level. Let's see if we can't do something like that. All right, guys? Must be expensive. Protein and fart smells like a flower. I don't really eat protein supplements, to be honest with you. I know that sounds crazy. I eat a lot of eggs, all right? I have 40 chickens. I have 40 chickens, and right now they're all laying 1 egg a day. Get a lot of raw cheese, raw yogurt. Not raw yogurt. Raw cottage cheese. And yogurt that from local farm. I eat a lot of that stuff. Dairy, meat, eggs, cheese. I eat a lot of it. You know? And bone broth. I'm huge on bone broth. So every single day I'm drinking bone broth. You know? $450 chickens. On 10x leverage, I have 450 chickens. On 1x, I got 45 chickens, alright? Alright, here comes Bitcoin to the level. Let's see. We're going to bust through. Yeah, Yosemite La Flame says trend. Yeah, you got to make sure that you're sniffing trend every day as well. Yeah, raw goat milk and cheese, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Chicken salad, tuna fish, egg salad. What level am I looking at to start adding for a long? Well, I was hoping for a little bit lower here, but this is actually looking kind of bullish, all right? This is looking kind of bullish here. We've changed structure locally here, right? We just made our first higher high. So let's see how she goes at the VWAP here. And then yeah, I'm gonna play it by ear. Like I'm definitely interested in longing. I just need some kind of a setup here, all right? Yeah, it's not fitness advice because here's the thing. According to like the official medical authorities, raw dairy is dangerous. Okay, having chickens at your house is very dangerous. All right, grass-fed, anything natural is dangerous, right? You definitely want it from a lab or vegan. You want vegan jerky is probably much healthier for you than real meat, especially if the animal was pasture raised, because you can't trust those pasture raised animals. Like, they might come into contact with things like germs, which could make you sick. And I mean, God forbid anybody gets sick. The purpose of life is to never get sick ever. And the way you do that is by injecting yourself with experimental substances, covering your face, avoiding anything natural. Avoid the sun because you don't want to get cancer. Don't drink raw milk because you might get sick from it. So yeah, it's definitely not fitness or medical advice. Okay, but this is bullish engulfing candle on the 12 minute, not on the 15 minute. Let's see how she plays here. This is I'm definitely sniffing for a long right now, guys. I'm definitely sniffing. Yeah, exactly. All about the lab-bred, egg-fed, trans chicken. That's the way to do it. You know? All right. Have I ever consider creating fitness content? Not really, man. You know, that's such an oversaturated market. I don't have the time to make fitness content. You know, I don't even have time to make Sam Sulik style fitness content because I don't talk to myself that much. I work out in the basement. I don't have time to drive to the gym and talk to you about how excited I am for the juicy chest pump. You know, I don't have time for that. I'm usually on the charts when I'm at the gym. All right. Well, dang it, guys. You know, look, I'm still looking for a Bitcoin long here, but I do have to head out. We've been on for 2.5 hours. I have to head out. But look, guys, may God bless you all. In Jesus' name, in Yeshua's name, even if you're not religious. I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And for me, the most important thing in my life is my relationship with Jesus, my relationship with God, because it gives me eternal purpose, eternal hope. That's the reason I get up every day. Just knowing that there's a God who created me, who knows me, and he cares so much for his creation that he actually, even though we're in a fallen state, he took on flesh, the form of a man, and he died and rose again to pay for all the bad things we've ever done, so that if we purpose it in our heart to turn away from doing bad things and put our trust in him, he promises to fill us with his Holy Spirit to fundamentally change who we are from the inside out, to become a new creation. And we also have the eternal hope of a bodily physical resurrection, reunification with those who have gone before us, as well as existing in the state that humanity was originally created to live in before things went awry. And I know not everyone believes that. That's all good. But at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really matters to me. All this other stuff, man, it's all meaningless, guys. That being said, hopefully we get another dump so I can long, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.